It is always a good time for football here in the city of Pittsburgh. Welcome to Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ready to get this one going. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Johnson with a return here. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Rodgers to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4 down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. The Texans have Jalen Noel at the ready. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Well, here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his 3rd season of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Not a lot of quarterbacks, Kate, who earn postseason wins each of their first 2 seasons. And that's exactly what CJ has done. He has become the face of the franchise down there in Houston. And now a little more help around him and hopefully a better offensive line to protect him this year.
Stroud in the air to start us off. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. Taken in by Kirk right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to number 13, Christian Kirk. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Completed to his running back. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
On 1st down, Warren. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Rodgers set to pass. It's a screen play to Warren. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and long for him here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Boswell able to knock it through, and that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Trayvon Smith with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. This Texans offense ready up for its 2nd drive of the contest. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And this play reaches the 35 before he comes to an end. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
This QB is making it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
1st down. It's a run with Marks. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Marks gets it. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Schultz with the catch. And he'll take this down to the opposing 44. It's again at 21 yards to pick up that first down.
And the Texans, first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Texans.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down throw by Stroud. Finds Stover. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Cade, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
On play action, here's Stroud. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. This is rolled in downfield by Schultz. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
First down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All right, they look set now. He'll go 1st and 10. Stroud completes it quick. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's another Texans first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Texans.
That's going to do it for our first quarter in Monday Night Primetime. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. Stroud to throw on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 2nd down, Mars. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down, line to gain, 9 yards out. Running back sent in motion. 3rd down from the gun, Stroud. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a second quarter lead. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans take a 4-point lead.
Steelers 3.
Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Warren running between the tackles. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A pickup of 17, and a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play, but they will take that execution every time.
Thielen's got it, complete. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st down. Here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On 2nd down, Warren. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. Taking a chance to the end zone. And this is going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. They've got a 4th down decision to make. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Boswell able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Texans and Christian Kirk headed back onto the field. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. They go play action with Stroud. Dumps this one off. Marks. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's a handoff to Marks. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And we'll pause here for an injured Texans player. Looks like he's shaken up, and they'll get someone out there to look at him. So first down from the 41. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Texans first down. A gain of 13.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Up the middle, it's Marks. A lot of traffic up the middle there, and he's bounced outside and nabs him 7. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Trying to find a cutback upfield, but nothing doing. They take him down for a loss.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, Stroud. And a steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
So it'll be Tommy Townsend once again to punt this away. Calvin Austin on the return for the Steelers. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. The throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now here's Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Rodgers from the gun. Austin makes the grab downfield. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at at the 49-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Again, Rodgers. That's Metcalf running the slant. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. That's caught in stride by Freiermuth. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw again. Rodgers. Finds a man right side. He'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing again. Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
24-yard line.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Rodgers set to pass. Austin's there to haul it in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. Throwing it again here. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take the lead just before halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Turn his TV off. Ain't no other king than his rep thing, Nick siblings.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers push their lead to 6.
14. Texans 7.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. This one's to Kirk out left side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. This makes it up to the 25. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the 3rd. That passing game they went to in the 1st half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half too as they chase this lead. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud off of play action. Gets this to Stover. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
It's Marks on the handoff. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Adam Douglas holding him down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. No run, it's Marks. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They kick the running back in motion. Stroud now on 3rd. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's good for us Steelers. First down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Warren. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Brought down by Kalen Bullock. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Now they're looking to throw with Rogers. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. Out now come the Texans on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Looking to throw, Stroud. Now set up the screen here for Marks. Still motoring past the 30, and he's all the way up to the 41. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be first down, Houston.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Zone read, a handoff to Marks. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
First down, and they go right back to it. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now we give to Marks. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll throw 3rd and long. Into the hands of Schultz. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
It's a gain of 8.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
He's got it, complete to Collins. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Texans first down.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Cut at the 10-yard line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and goal, Houston.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and they'll snap 2nd and goal from the 3.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Chubb trying to run his way in. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. And he cannot bring it in. They've now arrived at 4th and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
A 23-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
They'll start on the ground here with Warren, and he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, here's Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Rodgers from the gun. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going left with Marks. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Now Marks. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stroud. for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now a give. It's Marks headed right. He cuts outside. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines a lot. Well, on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Stroud. It is caught left side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
To Christian Kirk. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. This connects with Schultz. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. From the gun, Marks gets it. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just 1 yard on the run. Still in good shape, though, with 2nd and goal from the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Running backs to motion left. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Texans in range for a game-winning score. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Stroud from the pistol. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I've got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Throwing now. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans jump in front late. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Go 0 to 1 real quick.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here's Gainwell. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. It'll be yard at most there, and it's 2nd down.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Counterplay here. Warren dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
From the 18-yard line, another try on 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Texans are in the nickel, 3rd down. Looking to throw it. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. They've got themselves a 1st and goal.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
We'll look to throw it. And they pull it off. A touchdown catch in the final moments. And now overtime or a win right here are on the table. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Coach did not hesitate there. He held up those 2 fingers right away. They're going to try for this win.
Steelers will line up for the 2-point
Rodgers trying to throw for it. And he's going to run in for 2. Oh, they gambled him on that call. And now they're in line for the win. They didn't come here today to play for no overtime, Brock. They didn't come here today to come away with a tie. They came here for the W, baby. And that 2-point conversion has them now moments away from that.
So many factors go into a big decision like that, Kate. You got to separate the emotion of it. You got to look at where your team is, and ultimately, who do you trust the most? In these huge decisions, time and again, it's all about trust to me. And this staff, well, they put the trust in that offense to go deliver, and boy, did they ever.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.